and welcome to the Milwaukee, Mr. Milwaukee and Brother Peace podcast. No, Tomas and Peace here, tapping in, Mr. Michael and Mr. Peace, Brother Peace.
And we got our peace caps on.
Peace caps,
mushroom caps, as you can see. The mushroom bros, like the Mario Bros. You feel me?
Out here doing the thing that we've been talking about for too long. Is doing what we do always. You know, we chop it up, we live life, we try to be as present as we can, talk about peace, talk about the traumas that we're healing through, talk about brotherhood, friendship, cultivation of good food, good energy, and all the things that are positive vibrations. Like his shirt says, I am vibrating high. So let's get high and chop it up for the first episode of whatever we're going to call this shit.
Okay. But yeah, me and my brother, we, like he said, definitely some good brothers appreciate life and just growing and expanding like the Mausoleum Network. And I always say the Mausoleum Network brought us together.
Let's talk about that.
We first connected in Detroit, bro.
Do you mind passing me my notebook right there? Because I think what is going to look good for this podcast is if we start like coming in with questions. This first edition is obviously just us off the cuff talking about it for so long. And there comes a point where you just stop talking about it and you got to just do it, right? So let's talk about it. How did we meet?
I would say first time I got exposed to you was in Detroit, brother.
Yep.
The Psychedelic Conference. Baba Kalindi's homegoing celebration.
Absolutely.
You know, when he transitioned, so I was encouraged to go out there for the first time to go celebrate Baba Kalindi's existence.
Exactly.
You feel me? And tap into the Psychedelic Network for the first time. You know, I've been working with mushrooms since 2016. Got introduced to it by a sister I was working with, and yeah, ever since then I've been working with it and it's been supporting me with like going through my trauma, and it's helping me grow, man, tap back into myself. And I would say that's what brought me out to Detroit is the mushrooms, and that's when I connected with you, brother. You feel me? And now we're here in Oakland, California. You feel me?
That's amazing. Dude, I was looking through my photos when I was on the last Hood to the Woods hike that you threw, because we had linked up in Oakland with Sisway through that hike. It was like on September 20th of 2020.
That was a hike we connected to.
It was right after we had just met in Detroit. And it's fascinating to think of like how that idea of coming together in community and building just little things that we were already doing implemented into this now thing that's like much bigger than where we started. That was like maybe 20 people, but I come to some of your Hood to the Woods hikes and there's a fucking little concert going on. You know what I mean? Like we're mobbing. There's 100 people almost sometimes. And so it's fascinating to see how ideas have like come and spread and like evolved into what we're doing now.
Exactly.
That's a trip. It's a super trip. Because, yeah, my sister actually is the one who put me out to the conference. Like, I hadn't actually seen Baba Kalindi. He came to Oakland right before he passed.
He did.
In 2020. And that year, he was at Carlos's joint, The Haven. And I think it was like the first or the second event that Dave had thrown about psychedelics and spirituality. Anyways, he came through to that. And so I'd heard about him.
Yeah.
But then my sister put me on, and she was like, "Yo, Tomas, there's this psychedelic conference in Detroit," and I think it was in August, right, something like that. And I was like, "Shit," and she's like, "Well, I'm going. I don't even care. I'm going."
She's like, "I'm going up."
I was like, "Fuck it, buy me the ticket. I'll pay you back." So she buys the ticket, and then I go up to Reggie, and I was like, "Bro, my sister got the ticket, and he got some FOMO. He's like, man, I'm going," and then we went, and it was just divine, man. It was divine alignment to go to that conference, to honor such an amazing existence of a human and the continuation of what he built with his community. Tell me about that trip. What did it feel like to you to go to a conference where, in my remembrance, it was tight because it was like one of the first events I went to where it was incredibly melanated. Like, there was like two Mexican families or Latino families. I think one of them was Guatemalan, and me and my sister. And beside that, it was in Detroit. It was generally a bunch of melanated folks. I think I might have saw a couple white dudes there.
Yeah.
But like, how did that feel like?
It felt very empowering, bro. It definitely was the first time I experienced something like that for sure. Like, man, first time in Detroit. definitely. So everything was just new to me. So I was definitely in the vibration of just observing, really observing a lot. It was beautiful to see a lot of reflections of myself, but then it was just very it was just very grounding. Like, okay, yeah, see, my people out here doing their thing and very comfortable, and it's a community out here. So it just inspired me to want to continue on my path. I felt like it was empowering. Like, okay, when I get back to the Bay, I want to continue to step and be an example for others, because a lot of people in the Bay Area, like, you know, that come from where I come from, may have negative perspectives or just not too familiar with the mushrooms, you know. So just by seeing that, I was just like, man, we got people all around tapping in with this. So
It was tight.
it definitely was empowering, bro. Just inspired me to keep going. It definitely was dope, bro. Made a lot of connections. You feel me? Like I said, met you, connected with Reggie, and then just seeing. After that conference, I seen so much just evolve and expand, bro. Like within different people who was involved within the psychedelic conference and the network. You feel me? I just seen a lot of people just grow and step more into the movement. You feel me?
Yeah, that was a really cool part for me too. That for me was like a pivotal moment, you know, because like before then, it had been about a year that I was really focused on the mushrooms. Because about a year before that, I met Reggie at this conference. Not the conference, it was at the Source Chiropractic over on MacArthur. And me and Ian went down there to go talk to people about like testing mushrooms. That was the first time I think I saw Carlos. First time I saw a lot of people within the movement was at that event. And within that year, to go to my first psychedelic conference, I feel like that's when things really shifted. Because I met people who came from all over the world, just inspired. And then there was a few people who had already been doing it. There was like Darren LeBaron. That was the first time I saw him speak. He was on some Zoom call from the UK, and like Paul Stamets zoomed in, and you know, to be able to sit up in the front row with my little sister, because it was literally in a church gymnasium. It was like very intimate. We got to like see these people who've been doing this stuff. And then see that, like, hey, all of us here, we're going to be the next people doing the stuff. Like, it was very clear that at that moment, all the people that were there, in a few years, if we stuck with it, like, we'd be the ones talking to the people who are like, what, mushrooms, you know? And after that moment, it was, like, actually only 2 years ago, this past weekend, Mother's Day was the first time I get a call, like, yo, we're going to Denver next week. I was like, what? It's like, book your tickets. We're having the first psychedelic conference that we're throwing. I was like, all right, work. So we send it to Denver. And then there was a couple more events in, like, Arcata and Seattle. I think it was Seattle. And then we ended up in Oakland for the first psychedelic conference. And now it's been 2 of them. And now we're going to have the second California one. And it's crazy to see how many people have now come together since that first conference that we went to.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would say the conferences have bridged a lot of gaps with bringing a lot of people together who may not have been aware of each other. Because like I didn't met different people at these conferences. I didn't even know who was out here that was tapping in with mushrooms. You feel me? Like I said, seeing a lot of reflections of myself. Then met a lot of different people. Like I'm saying, like how I connected with Rob and Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I met them at the Oakland Psychedelic Conference, bro, and that's how we ended up doing the Forge and Peace tour and just collaborating and connecting, going out hiking and stuff. And just meeting so many people.
Right.
Tapping in with D-Rock and his family and stuff. Like, many people. Darren LeBaron, like you said, so many different people part of the network. It's like, man, there's still so many people I haven't really took the time to tap in with yet. But I would like to.
Right.
You feel me?
Well, what I'm learning too is that it gets enticing to like want to reach out to everybody in the community. You know what I mean? Because you meet so many cool people. And it's like, oh, I want to tap in with you. I want to tap in with you. I want to tap in with you. But the reality is that if you want to be present with people and like have a meaningful relationship with them, you can't spread it all the way thin. And so that's something I've had to learn. And it's frustrating because it's like there's a genuine curiosity to like want to meet all these people. There's a genuine curiosity to want to be involved with so many people. But then, you know, we're only human. And so there's only a bandwidth that we can have. And in this community, I've noticed that. Like, I'll spread myself too thin, and then I'll just have to, like, retreat back into my own self. Make my circle smaller, and then grow my way back. But I feel like that's how the mushrooms grow. Have you experienced anything like that? Like, trying to tap in with too many people? Not having the time?
Most definitely, bro. I mean, like, it's like that all the time now, bro. Like, even like we're doing from the hood to the woods events now, like the gatherings are nature. A lot of people come to these nature gatherings, and I meet so many different people, and it's like, damn, okay, I get new followers and stuff, I get new people in my network, but it's hard to tap in with everybody.
How could
people be reaching out? But it's like, I know sometimes some people get in their feelings like, damn, peace don't fuck with me, or peace ain't got. But it's like so many people that be reaching out, bro.
How could it?
How can I like you said, you gonna run yourself thin. You gonna mess with your mental health, so I gotta protect my mental health with taking on, because like you said, when you open yourself up to so many people are dealing with different things too. And like you said, bro, you know, I hold a peaceful vibration. A lot of people see that, so a lot of times people may feel like I'm that safe space where they can just dump and unload things onto me or just vent all the time. And a lot of times I find myself in spaces holding space for a lot of people. You feel me? So I just be like, man. So sometimes I gotta take my time to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be mindful of tapping in with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not have the capacity to tap in with this new person right now, because I might have to open that door to hold space to unload everything that they're dealing with, get to know them and stuff. And I may not be in a space for all that.
Right.
You feel me? So we gotta be honest with ourselves, set those boundaries, and it's okay to take time to yourself to recharge. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're grounded. You know what I'm saying? Definitely before these hikes, I make sure that I'm cool, I'm grounded before I just put myself out there to hold space with so many people and things like that. And just in many different, like going out to bed at different events, like you said, tapping into the different mushroom conferences. Like, it's just so many different people that we connect and network with. It's like, man, it's hard to tap into everybody. So like you said,
we're over here healing.
We're only human, and we healing ourselves.
We're only human. Yeah, you're right. We're only human, and we're just healing. And we're taking it a step at a time. And I really appreciate your awareness of how it is other people's energies can affect you. And so I heard you say that before these hikes, you like ground to find peace for yourself. What are the ways that you do that? What are the ways that you allow yourself to hold space for yourself when others may not hold space for you?
Okay, brother. A lot of times just being in my own vortex where I'm not in heavy communication with a lot of people. I have a daughter as well, so sometimes I have to just take time to not tune into the outside things and just tap in with me and my daughter.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like, just being in the house, being in our own sacred space, you know what I'm saying, where we can tap in. I set the tone with my vibration. Just preparing good food for her, meditation vibes, art. You know, we always tap into different art and creativity, things of that nature. You know, got nature around, so I'm definitely into meditating and things like that. So, just tapping into my creativity a lot really grounds me. Just sitting with myself, having some time to myself, you know what I'm saying, really puts me in that space where I can tap into different things that align me with that peace that I have within. You feel me? And just projecting the positive thoughts as well. Always keeping a positive mentality. You feel me? That always affects like the vibration. You feel me? And, yeah.
I'm inspired by how it is that you found such wisdom in finding that peace. Like, every time we go on a walk around the lake, or we're chopping it up, or whatever, like we go on a hike, and you talk about how you do it, the way I see it is like, damn, you realize how important it is to recognize the words that we're saying. I never hear you saying some negative shit. Like, you're always on some peaceful, you're always emanating, like, some type of positivity or some type of peaceful vibration, because you understand that these little ripples, no matter what, carry outward. The energy that we bring into a space always affects somebody. It actually affects everybody. And we know this because, like, if you're in a room with somebody who's like very, very energetic, the whole room's like, oh, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? People can come in and you'll feel that energy. But then someone comes in and they're a downer and they're just like, ooh, and a buzzkill. It's literally what that's called, you know. Everybody's affected. And so it's like, you, even when you're hurting, even when you're dealing with your own shit, have an awareness of everyone else to know that the energy that you bring into a space affects them. And so I wonder why is that you see that as important to make sure that the energy that you affect other people with is positive? Why is that important to you?
That shit important to me, bro, because for one, I like to be on a positive vibration. I like to feel good, and I want to make others feel good. I want others to feel safe around me. I know that I'm a melanated man, you know, I know I'm tall, I got locks, you know, it's a lot of stereotypes around brothers that look like me growing up in the hood who may be aggressive, vicious, toxic, things like that. So just setting a good example, you feel me? And I feel like it's vital to treat people how you want to be treated, you feel me? So I want to be treated with respect. I want people to respect and value my life, you feel me? Like, and have love for me, bro. Like, cause I grew up in the hood, bro. I seen a lot of people not value life. Like, yeah, shoot somebody over some little petty shit, bro.
That's fucked up. No, I've seen, honestly, dead ass. I've seen some guns pulled out, and that shit's crazy. Like, when you realize how frivolous people treat life, it's terrifying. It's really terrifying. And it's funny because we're having this like real serious conversation about how we should be taken seriously, and we're fucking wearing mushroom hats. But that's life, and that's where we're at. Like, I really wear this so that you understand how serious I am. Like, fuck the rules, fuck the boundaries, fuck these conceptions that they put on us that this is how we're supposed to behave. If I walk around with this mushroom hat, what I'm saying to the world is that, like, oh no, this is a game. This is all just pretend. It's all houses of cards. Now let's take a second to, like, maybe not even just play this game. Maybe let's go have lunch. And then maybe take a nap. And then walk around in the park a little bit. And then we can come back to the game. The game is great. The game is what makes the roads happen. The game is what makes the schools exist. The game is what, like, allows us to have this damn microphone and talk to people. But how do we, as people, get back to the reality of the time that, like, it's not all just the game. It's about meeting your family. It's about meeting your community. It's about, like, having genuine experiences.
Hey, genuine is definitely a frequency I resonate with, bro, 100%. Like, I promote being genuine. I try to lead by example by being genuine, you feel me? And I feel like we need more genuine energy within the world, like, and people just having that, just being authentic with connecting with each other and just it being real. You feel me? Like,
so what does genuine mean to you?
Basically just being authentic, coming off real, coming off with good intention, you know what I'm saying? Coming off meaning well, coming off, like, just coming off from the space of the heart, you feel me? Like, I feel like that's relating to a genuine space and how I see being genuine, you feel me? Like, having that genuine intent. So, and then going back to when you was talking about, like, people just so focused and caught up in the distractions and stuff like that, I feel like just even by me just having intention to get our people to come out in nature genuinely, just to connect with each other and just try to find ways to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no set of rules to how to connect out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, let's just meet up, let's connect. Microdoses available if you want to tap in with some of the earth's medicine.
Come on, man.
You feel me? And just
make
be
these
free.
trees breathe a little bit as we're, like, walking through the forest. Why not? Watch the leaves dance.
Yeah, and realize a deeper connection, how we all connected to these trees and the earth and the land and each other. You know what I'm saying? When you realize that, it's like, damn, you just have more sense of value and appreciation for life source and creation and all the beautiful vibrations around you, you know, and that's how I be approaching life, and just try to share that love with everybody, and hopefully that they can be open to receive it. You feel me? And if they're not, just be an example for them. Show them, like, if they don't know how to receive it, well, we're going to show them how.
Right. This is what it looks like.
Come on.
You don't even have to understand how to play this game. Just come hang out with us, and we'll show you. It's called living life. It's called spreading peace and positive vibrations. Because we're wearing these fucking mushroom hats. And we're going to walk around and create an army of people wearing mushroom hats. Peace, I'm promising you today. Y'all heard it here first. Today is what? May 19th, 2023? Friday, May 19th, 2023. 1 year's time. I bet we're going to have a whole mess of motherfuckers wearing these hats. Walking through the woods.
Most definitely.
I wonder what that number's going to be.
Hey, we're going to have people on stages rocking out. People in the crowd.
How many people are going to be wearing this hat? This hat is going to be a symbol of we're leveling up. I'm not hanging out with this low level vibration shit no more.
Let's go.
We're leveling up.
We're leveling up. Hey,
levels, baby.
Super Mario vibrations. You feel I'm tapping into that Super Mario.
Here we go. Here we go. Bro, I think this is a good first podcast. Yeah.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can definitely stay tuned with more of the vibrations. Keep up with us on social media. I'm at Brother Peace on all social platforms. You know what I'm saying?
I'm at Mycozine, MYCOZINE, or themycozine at gmail.com. Send me your name and mailing address, and I'll send you out the Mycozine. Edition 5 is dropping on June 3rd. And so if you catch me down in LA, I'll be handing them out. But I would love to get you some of this mushroom information, you know. Anyways, this was fun. I'm glad that we were able to have some time to kick it, be present, do the thing, share some herbs, share some common experience, you know what I mean? Building community. So
we got to create today as well.
Yeah.
Very productive, you know what I'm saying? Blessed by the Most High, and we created some. You should see these mushroom caps, you know what I'm saying?
Alhamdulillah.
Like he said, no cap, you're gonna be seeing this ripple effect just from this visual and from the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep vibrating high.
Oh, bro. That was tight.